Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi everyone. The excitement has really picked up now and I'm eager for the action to start.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up. And we'll be getting underway very soon. So it's away we go then. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Yeah, David Alaba, one of the most versatile players out there. He's just got so much positional awareness and intelligence. He can basically do a job anywhere on this pitch. He's got fabulous technique too, especially with his delivery in and around the area. He'll be eyeing up any set plays the opposition concede in that defensive third.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. France with their first corner, the first in the game for either side actually. And the finish! He scored!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
A finish of great intelligence. He just understood and he executed so smoothly.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
I doubt very much that this was in the script.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Now it's Mbappe. He's in space and looking for options. And the flag has stayed down. Oh, they could be caught out here. And he's there to get it away. And it's Zaire Emery. Klaus gets into a good position. Oh, no, it's an own goal!
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you have to take whatever way it comes, and very gratefully.
Tries to play it through. A disastrous start. 2 down in next to no time. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Mbappe! And he's quick to get it clear again. Can he get it through? Chouameni. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Vinicius Junior. Oh, that's superb. Mbappe! Just off target.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Well-measured ball.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
And here's Bellingham. Oh, what a ball! Conte.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
That has not gone well. Ceballos. And here's Bellingham, looking to play him in. Chance for a shot! Short one, got nowhere to hide after that one.
Yeah, that works for me. The denial of movement, blunt and brusque.
He's being shifted off there. Schwabini. Rudiger. And here's Bellingham. That's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Klaus.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Vinicius Junior. Bellingham. He has a look up. Brahim Diaz has it out wide and in space. Has a shot! Oh, that is outstanding! A finish of true class! He has given that the lot. Bang!
Well, Peter, it would have taken something incredible for the keeper to keep that one out. It was absolutely spanked.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
Off the post! Mbappe made a good run there. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Ceballos. And he's intervened well there. And it's Tutu. Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. That's tidy. Iñigo is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Ceballos. Dani Ceballos. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Tutu.
He's
got away. Tutu. A lot of space ahead of him. He's had a shot! Oh, it's hit the post. And that was very necessary. Ceballos. Nice looking ball. Oh, delightful ball. Thinks. Shot a goal! He has done it! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Pete.
There's the end of the first half. Madrid are involved in a terrific contest here. It's been a slugfest and a half. So there was the first half.
We've seen some really terrific football in that half with the flow of goals. And of course there are mistakes, but I'm not in a mood to moan.
Quite a half. More of the same, please. Score at the interval, 2-2. So once again, we're underway. Alaba. Rudiger. Alexander-Arnold. And it's Bellingham. Dani Ceballos. Mbappe. And a chance! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Madrid have their second corner now. Climbs up! It's hit the upright. Decent enough try.
I think his face smacks of disbelief as opposed to disappointment. He thought he was about to score.
Just eases him off the ball. Alaba. Madrid finding their passes. Saliba. Oh, there's a probing ball. Rudiger gets across to intercept that. And that's been won straight back. Now it's Mbappe. Chouameni, probing pass. Great vision. Saliba gets it clear. Rudiger. And it's Chouameni. France appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
He is through here.
You might want to be careful there.
Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Mbappe. Coming under serious pressure here.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into...
Close to finish!
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 24. Le numéro 9. Le numéro 25. Le numéro 18. À leur place. Le numéro 20. Le numéro 12. Le numéro 26. Le numéro 6. Changement.
And that has left him in a heap. Fofana. Madrid perhaps contemplating their next change here.
Yeah, and I think if you're looking for change in a tight game like this, Peter, it's all about getting the timing right.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Rudiger gets rid without sophistication. Rodrigo. And it's Bellingham. Chouameni. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Can he get on the end of this? Now this could be a chance. Oh, just skips past his man. Real chance! Goal! France! And they've got their lead back. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart. And it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Attention, changement.
But there's going to be another change here. France take the lead. Bellingham. Camavinga. It's Bellingham. Out towards the flank. And it's Chouameni. Rudiger. Here's Chouameni. And it's Camavinga. He's played it back.
Modern football for you and all that pressing.
Madrid looking to pass their way through. Saliba getting this one clear.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Fofana is offering some sort of an apology there.
Encourage the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Chance! could have equalised.
Mbappe really wanted that, didn't he? Probably a little too much, to be honest.
Bellingham. And it's Camavinga. Taken off it pretty forcefully. That's an imaginative pass. The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
At least they're going about it as they should, having brought this on themselves.
Bellingham. Into the last 5 minutes.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now? Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
Distributed tidily. He's on it. Can he get away? Oh, what's he done?
Temps additionnel, 3 minutes.
Goulet. Bellingham. And now they can clear their lines. Rodrigo is onto it in a flash. And he can clear it away. So that's it. It is all over. Madrid were involved in a great game here, unpredictable in so many ways. But in the end, they fell just short. Effort unrewarded.
Chers spectateurs,
Any reflections
je
on
vous
what you've
demanderai
seen,
de
Jim?
bien vouloir
I enjoyed
déposer
that,
vos
Peter.
détritus
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening
Chers
here.
spectateurs,
A clear
nous vous
night,
souhaitons
all
la
the
bienvenue pour ce
ingredients for a
match.
showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. We have already started here. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter, this guy, Rodrigo, I suspect will be playing pretty much across that whole front line. He has the versatility to do that. And winger, auxiliary striker, he's one of the best around in one-on-ones, and he's such a quick turn of pace. It's very difficult for defenders to...
It's hit the uprights. Bellingham. And it's Carvajal. It's Rudiger. Valverde. Turns back here, probably the best option. Eder Militao. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Threads one in. Zaire Emery. He's looking wide. That's a nicely shaped ball. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Eder Militao. Playing cross-field, changing the point of attack.
Good switch, that.
Madrid are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. And it's Diaz. Tries a measured ball. And the shot! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Tutu looking to get on the end of this. Now he's off and running. Now it's Mbappe. And here's Rodrigo. Oh, good take in a good area. Decent shot! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. And a terrific save from the keeper.
Rodrigo clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And we have our very first corner. France are looking to go forward now. It's a pretty loose pass. Bellingham. Chouameni. And it's Carvajal. And here's Rodrigo. There's a sharp little ball here. Carvajal, and he whips it. It's a mighty effort! There it is! Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and read it perfectly.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Oh, it's come loose. That's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Valverde. Carvajal. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Zaire Emery.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Il y aura 2 minutes de temps additionnel. Chers spectateurs, je vous invite à consulter l'écran pour retrouver les horaires des trains au départ des grandes lignes. Changement pour la France. Le numéro 9, le numéro 25, le numéro 18, le numéro 24. À leur place, le numéro 12, le numéro 26, le numéro 6, le numéro 7. Changement. Changement pour la France. Le numéro 8. Pour le remplacer, le numéro 20. Changement en cours. Temps additionnel, 5 minutes. Attention, changement. Votre attention, chers spectateurs. Nous vous demandons de bien vouloir garer vos véhicules uniquement dans les parkings prévus les jours de match. Merci de votre compréhension. Changement pour la France. Le numéro 3, Digne. À sa place, le numéro 22. Temps additionnel, 1 minute. Chers spectateurs, nous vous demandons de bien vouloir rester assis pendant le match. Merci de votre compréhension. Chers spectateurs, nous vous souhaitons la bienvenue pour ce match. Temps additionnel, 3 minutes. Mesdames et messieurs, je vous invite à participer par vos dons au programme caritatif des Stades pour tous. D'avance, merci. Changement pour la France. Le numéro 9, le numéro 24, le numéro 25, le numéro 18. À leur place, le numéro 12, le numéro 20, le numéro 7, le numéro 6. Changement. Attention, changement. Il y aura 2 minutes de temps additionnel. Votre attention s'il vous plaît. Le propriétaire du monospace bleu qui gêne la sortie des bus est prié de déplacer immédiatement son véhicule avant que la fourrière ne l'emporte. Changement en cours. Changement pour la France. Le numéro 7. À sa place, le numéro 15. Temps additionnel, 1 minute. Mesdames et messieurs, nous vous invitons à prendre connaissance des informations de pratique qui s'affichent sur le grand écran. Changement pour la France. Le numéro 3, Digne. Pour le remplacer, le numéro 22. Chers spectateurs, nous allons procéder à l'annonce des numéros gagnants de la tombola. Si vous avez un billet, regardez bien l'écran. Votre attention s'il vous plaît. Les propriétaires des voitures en stationnement sur la bretelle d'accès au stade sont priés de les déplacer immédiatement.